Action! What's up, guys? I just think that's a really beautiful view, right? David, I can't even see. My camera's good. I can't see out there that much. But with this camera, it's got like night view, I guess. And you can see all that perfectly. That's cool. Be my eyes and ears. Okay, but mainly my eyes. But, I hope your guys. I always, I really mean this, guys. I'm not trying to sound like a broken record, but I do always wish you guys, a good life and existence. I hope you woke up feeling good, you know what I mean? I hope you're eating, thinking, and feeling, yeah, all that. Hope you're eating good, thinking, feeling, all that. You know what I mean? Because it all is connected, right? If you're eating good, you're going to feel good. If you're thinking good, you're going to feel good. All of it, right? So that's why awareness comes in the key to where you're making sure that you're eating good. You know what I mean? You're making sure you're thinking good thoughts and all of that. Body, mind, and soul. Baby, let's get it. But I'm going to just go over here because why not? Right over here. I don't want to be too exposed. I was using the lighting of the bathroom, man. Let's say, come on. Shout out moon. It's not a full moon, but it's a moon. But, just gotta enjoy it, man. You gotta enjoy everything you do. That's the point. There isn't a rush, alright? For example, I know because it's late, I guess, too, but I would catch myself even rushing these videos, and I don't want to do that. I want to have fun with it, right? And it's because I was tired, getting off at work, and then it's like already 12 a.m. I'm like, man, I got shit to do, man. But like, yeah, look, if you're rushing something, you're gonna put resistance on stuff. You're not gonna fully enjoy the moment. You're not gonna be fully present and then doing your craft. You're not gonna be thinking, and then if you're more with flow and more present, having fun with what you're doing rather than rushing, you'll be more in a point of receiving an insight that you could do. It's like, oh shit, I could do this or I could do this. It's like while you're doing a video, for example, oh shit, yeah, you're right, let me do this. You know what I mean? Whereas if you were in a hurry, you're so in a hurry, you're just like, oh, blah, 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 blah. All right, cool, later. You know what I mean? And then you're not necessarily allowing for a creative aspect to kick in or whatever. You gotta have fun with your craft, You gotta just know that each and every step of the way is leading you to where you should be. You are where you should be, even right now. You know what I mean? As I walk right now on this empty fucking, I was about to say football, baseball, but basketball court, I am where I should be. Making this video, being here. Usually I'm over there, but there was a car there. I didn't want to be around someone else. I just wanted to do it peacefully, See, like right now, I kind of like got deja vu or some shit. I always get that, but it usually is your soul, and that's actually part of the video. You'll see in a minute, but saying, good job, you are where you should be. You know what I mean? So that's just really it. But anywho, we're always questioning what's the meaning of this, right? Why are we here? What's the point? Blah, blah, blah. But maybe the point just is, right? Ram Dass said this perfectly. He said, God is, was, and always will be, right? God is you, whatever. Formless, the form that lies behind form, whatever. The point just is, was, and always will be. It's not going anywhere, right? It's all right here, even right now. It's just here. It's just right here in front of you, within you, all of that. The point is just to be. It's a dance, a Leela, the play, they call it. I love it. They said, maybe it just has the exquisite beauty of being. Maybe there is no point other than the point that we give it, right? Because it really is all perspective, right? We got one person perceiving life to be so serious and like, why? It's just so ugly. And then one person in the line of perspective is like, there's no meaning. I love it. It's so beautiful. Look at that. All light and love. All fractals, fucking all dancing and all energy dancing with each other and playing a game of illusion of a solidity and of creation or whatever, just so perfect. An exquisite game. And I prefer that mindset, right? That perspective, because it not only you don't take shit serious, but two, it allows for other opportunities and people to enter your life because you're more magnetic at that point. Viewing life as such a gift that it is, as such an experience that it is, as such a trip that it is. Like, the more you see the truth of that, the more you're just gonna, stop limiting yourself. Because if you're just gonna perceive it to be so serious, you're gonna limit yourself. You are, because you're gonna think thoughts that aren't in alignment with your higher self. all ego, victim-based mindset thoughts. It's not. I wouldn't like want to think like that. I used to. Fuck that. You know. Like I'm good. Life is so much more. You know what I mean? This isn't. It's more than coincidental life. Let me post up right here on this picket fence. It's a parking lot, but it's a parking lot. There's my car over there, but I just wanted to talk to you really quick and shit. It's a beautiful tree. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I love it. Anywho. But you ever look around like I'm doing right now and just think, damn, all this is just too surreal to be random, to be coincidence. And then there's a saying that there is no such thing as coincidence, and that's true in every sense of the word, because there isn't. Everything is just too perfect, too connected to just be random, your incarnation, all that. But that's because it's not, bro. Like life, Earth is literally a trip. I'm telling you right now, it always was, is, and always will be a trip. You know what I mean? You're in a soul design experience. I'm dead. Every moment, every deja vu, every dream, every challenge you go through, every love, every loss, every timeline jump, all that was chosen at a higher level. Maybe it was, I don't know if it was somewhere close by or predetermined, whatever. It also goes in to say that if you could stand and look back far enough, you could see the way it would work through time and space. That's why meditation's powerful, because you get to connect to the point, right? The point we were just talking about. The point of the now, the point of which everything is connected all at this one time. And how all these infinite timelines are, and every moment is existing within right now, right? At this point. Sorry, there was an itch. So, such a beautiful game. I'm telling you guys, like, not just consciously, but maybe your soul knows, right? The ego forgot. The ego is trying to make sense of all this, but you, as the soul, the spirit, right? The awareness, it already knew. It always knows. You knew, because you're not the ego. We just mistake ourselves to be that, that mask that we put on, that we grow up with. But listen to this, man. Well, I was meditating one time, right? Especially on some, I think, acid or mushrooms, both. And I got a message from my higher self, the real me. That the universe, it said, very poetic too, I want to say. It said, give me duality. Give me emotion. Give me the challenge of forgetting all this so that I can remember there were more. I got that channeled into me when I was like meditating on, I think, acid or some shit. Hold on, my fucking bag came off. This is annoying. So we experience duality so that we can remember there was an illusion itself to wake up from. Let's experience all this seriousness of forgetting that we're multidimensional light beings, that we are formless beings, light beings, truly. Let's be so immersed in this human experience that we forgot that we're more. So we're so believing that we're just this body and this ego, this mask, because that way we are so immersed even more through that forgetting, through that forgetting, so that we could go through things to remember again that there is more and there always was more, and that you were always more. Like, I am so grateful for everything that's happened to me in my life, because I know that it's only led me to be where I am now, and I'm so much better than what I was and who I was back, in middle school, for example. Fuck that, dude. I was so different. It's not even funny. So I'm grateful to be who I am now, you know what I mean? But you accepted this challenge, you were so brave as an infinite soul, whatever, that you came here to go through all this. This was a challenge that we accepted, and we play in the game, you know what I mean? Like, you are here and you're awakening in the middle of it, right? You're in the timeline of this awakening, since everything's infinite. You're going to meet people that are in alignment and are also in the timeline of the awakening. And you're turning back into your power. You're realizing that you're not just living, you are creating. You're witnessing yourself evolve into, the higher aware you, the real you. And you're watching as well the old self, the ego self die, the autopilot self. And that's part of the journey, right? Because this life, it never was a prison. If you think it's a prison, then you're just in victim mentality. A lot of people are like that, like, oh, this matrix is a prison. We're in a prison planet. Blah. Work, 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 slave, slave, slave. It's like, bro, you're accepting it. Maybe go chase your dreams or some shit. Like, it's not like that. But I was like, squirrel, squirrel. It's not like that, dude. It's a classroom. I truly believe. You can even look up expert excerpts or whatever, interviews. Dolores Cannon, another enlightened, I guess, guru. She was a guru. I don't know if she's still alive. I think she's not, but my voice cried. But she even said this is a school, and how did she find that out? She would do hypnosis to a lot of her patients. I think she was a therapist or some shit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she would hypnotize people's and get their higher self to come in, and she would ask, why are you here? And they all said the same thing. They say, because we chose to be here in this time of awakening. It is a school. Earth is a school. The earth plane, or physical realm plane, whatever. It truly is a psychedelic journey. It is. Through form, through energy, memory, and transformation, all that. Like, it's not like I said this before, it's not just when you take the acid, it's not just when you take the shrooms, it's not just when you take the DMT, the ayahuasca, that you are tripping. No, it is only helping you remember that you are the trip, you are the psychedelic. This trip is this life, this experience is the trip, it is the psychedelic, if you will, quote unquote. You know what I mean? So you're not here by accident, you're here by divine selection, right? So you as your ego can't comprehend or even remember, but deep down your soul, the real you, the awareness that flows through, knows your higher self, right? Because the higher self is you. You are that. It knows that I should say, that you chose to be here. It is in no accident. You're having a human experience, enjoying the ride, enjoying the flow, remembering yourself, meeting yourself at a deeper level each and every day. This isn't no. You're not just the system wants you to think that you're just a monkey, you're just a random being, a speck of nothing floating on a rock through space, meaningless. They want you to think like that so that you do not connect to your higher self, so that you stay stuck in limited beliefs, so that you stay in a lower level of consciousness, the 3D consciousness, and so you don't reach the higher levels of consciousness and awareness or whatever the fuck. They want you to think that you're the body. They want you to think that you are your ego, your mask, or whatever the fuck. Because if you would remember that you're more, if you remember that you exist in other star systems, if you remember that this life is merely an illusion, a dance, whatever, and that when you take plant medicines, that you are just opening third eye and seeing through this veil of physicality or whatever, and that you're not really just quote unquote hallucinating. They want you to think that you're just quote unquote hallucinating so that you can keep, again, in that lower level of consciousness. But I promise you, if you're watching this video, you've gone past that and you're really realizing that that's bullshit. This is the trip, and I chose that. Not me as my ego, but me as my higher self that I am and always have been. And you know what I mean? So when it gets hard, when the simulation glitches, when this reality seems to tweak out, it's like, whoa, what the, you know what I mean? When it feels like a dream, because it is a dream, life is a form of dream. When you really realize it's a form of dream, the more dreamlike it will become. I'm telling you now, because the more I've realized that life is a dream, I experience it just as that. And that's why it's all perspective for sure. But when you realize these cosmic truths, this esoteric shit, sure, it's so liberating, so freeing, because again, you detach from the ego desires of wanting, and then you are more than in alignment with your soul, your higher self, the real you, and into just being and allowing things happening, all this cliche manifesting woohoo shit, allow it to happen, surrender, you know what I mean? Like, because it's true, bro, it is. That's what I've been doing, and I've never felt better, I could cry. No, for real, like, so healed, so healing, so just remember that life is the dream, and you're the one dreaming it. You know what I mean? I'm just fucking with you. I was like legend. I was, got you. it is a dream, right? All this is just a temporary human experience, all right? I love you. So don't take it so serious. Like, I'll be at work, I'll be moving a pack, because I'm a package handler at a warehouse for FedEx. I'll be moving a package, you know? I see it as a workout, you know? It's fun. I'm just like, stack that shit. Getting paid, barely doing anything, listening to music. Like, it's so cool. It's all perspective. This goes to just how it's all perspective, because most people at my work, they're like, oh, fuck this job. Like, would you rather be cool? You're going to school to get out of this job, right? But just realize that this job is a stepping stone. It's an extension for now. You need money. Even if you're in college, you need money. You know, whatever. You're working your way up to a business or a dream. Like me, I'm working my way up with these videos. I need money in the meantime. Bills got to be paid. You know what I mean? So it's just like, would you rather be working at a retail store? Would you rather be working at fast food? Or would you getting paid the same, doing more? Or would you rather be just moving a box, working out essentially, getting paid to work out, and you're getting paid again the same amount of money that you would be getting paid if you were working somewhere else at these other minimum wage jobs? Where I live in California, it's $20 an hour for most places. Some are still on $16, $17, $18 an hour. And like, that's at like a McDonald's or some. Okay, McDonald's is like $20 an hour, sure, but I've known someone who was at Red Robin. It's like an American burger place here in California. They're getting paid 16, 17 an hour, and I used to work there, and it didn't go up that much. They're doing $17 an hour, bro. You gotta clean the fryer, you gotta stand in a hot ass kitchen, do the dishes, you know what I mean, cook the food, whatever. And all that for $17 an hour, and I'm here moving a box, getting paid to work out for $20 an hour, listening to music because I have my speaker, I have my Apple Watch, I can just listen to what I want, and I'm just like, you know, working out, doing my shit, listening to music, getting in a flow state because I'm just like, hey, this is lit. I'm like breathing and shit. I'm saying, it's fun. It is perspective. Well, meanwhile, everyone around me is taking this experience so serious because that's how far they've come to know themselves as a being, as a soul. So they see life through their own limiting perspective of lenses or whatever, right? It's so serious. You know, victim mode, fuck this, fuck you. Where I'm here just like, all right, bro, life's a cosmic joke. I don't really care. I'm just moving a box. If you want to perceive that, because at the end of the day, I've always said this, I'll say it again, I know you probably heard it before, but the universe is completely neutral. There is no meaning to anything other than the meaning you give it. So give it a good meaning. That's one of the very first epiphanies I've had too off of plant medicine, was that we give it a meaning. We give everything a meaning. There never was a solidity to it, right? There wasn't just this one way of being. It's infinite. You can shift the way you see shit, the way you feel about you and reality. It's your choice. That's a coyote. Fuck you, bitch. Go to the whip. Fuck. I got scared. They're probably more scared of me, though. You see it? It's like right there. Motherfucker. Right there. Fucking coyote, bro. They come out at night, man. Oh, fuck, there's two of them. Yup, get on the whip. Where else are they coming from? Anywho. I was already done with the video anyways, so it is what it is, but... yeah, life's the trip. And you know what's funny, too? Because we're so infinite. Even those coyotes, man, they're just another version of us in a different form. The infinite divine universe experiencing itself. So, yeah. They're just having fun. They're lucky to live where they live, bro, because this is a safe-ass city. It's not like... I'm not in, like, Chicago or, like, LA in the hood, you know what I mean? Like, I totally did not mean to stop recording, but whatever. Yeah, you know, I'm not in the hood or anything. This is the suburbs. So, they're lucky to live in a pretty-ass suburban city. You know what I mean? My hair. Like... yeah. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Remember to enjoy this trip of life. Don't take it so serious. It's all perspective, right? Namaste, lady. There's a motherfucking titty. My car had a lot of stickers on their windshield. It was like anime stickers and shit. I don't really watch anime, but yeah, if you watch anime, good to you. Mm, funny, funny show and stuff. And they got some good artwork too. But All right, I'll see you in the next one.